Okay guys, so it has been way too long since the last time I talked about Kaiju number 8 on this channel. I don't even remember what the last chapter I reviewed was. I want to say it was like chapter 39 or 40, maybe chapter 41. I'll have to go back and check my reviews. But anyway, even though I haven't been reviewing each chapter, I have been keeping up with the series. And after reading this last chapter, I had to come back and talk about things because these last few chapters have been insane. And with this arc basically being over with like maybe 1 or 2 epilogue chapters left, we gotta talk about how all this is gonna affect not only the story, but the characters going forward. Because I mean, hell, Kikurou is definitely gonna be in a very, very dark place when the season's over. Now, I'm not gonna do a recap for this entire arc because I'm assuming that anyone watching this video has already read it, but what you do need to remember is that after the fight with Kaiju number 9 ended, about 2 chapters ago, we found out that number 9 had fused together with the director Shinomiya, which means that he has evolved past the point where even Kafka can take him on alone. Now, a majority of this chapter is Kafka and Captain Army tag teaming against number 9, and at first it doesn't really seem like they really stand a chance of taking him down, and I don't mean like they're losing outright, it's more like they're kind of at a stalemate, and he's slowly getting the advantage as the fight goes on. But eventually, as Kaiju number 9 tries to escape because he's just kind of getting bored with the fight, his body starts to suffer from the side effects of fusing with director Shinomiya, which gives Narumi and Kafka the upper hand, and the two of them actually start landing some very serious hits on him. And now they actually have him on the ropes and probably could, if given a bit more time, kill him right here. Oh, and I should mention that we get this moment early on in the chapter where Kafka says he's going to kill number 9, and we see that he's mostly doing it because of Kikurou, because of the fact that his friend who's been fighting alongside him all this time, lost her last living parent right in front of her, and not only that, but had the thing that killed him take over his body and then taunt her with it, so he's really trying to get revenge for her throughout the entire chapter. That's mostly why he's fighting. And then when it comes to Captain Army, we find out why he's fighting in the last chapter, because we got a flashback showing that Army really looked up to the director, and it's implied that he kind of had like a mentor-mentee relationship with him, so you know, he's obviously out for revenge to kill the person that killed his mentor. And those are the reasons why in this chapter the two of them are willing to push as hard as they need to take down number 9. And hell, even when he uses an attack that he thinks should kill them outright with just one hit, the two of them tank that attack and act like nothing happened and are ready to go for round 2. But number 9, realizing he can't win with his body still not at 100%, decides to play dirty, and in order to escape, he decides to shoot at both Kikurou, who's just been kind of sitting on the sidelines watching the fight go down because she's kind of like just too traumatized at this point to help out. She wants to help out, but she just can't move her body at this point. And the guy who was monitoring Director Shinomiya's vitals during this fight, who's been kind of just knocked out on the ground this entire time after the fight ended between number 9 and Director Shinomiya. But anyway, after he shoots at the two of them, it forces Kafka and Narumi to basically go and try to save them, giving number 9 the chance to escape. But before he does, he tells Kafka that the next time they meet, he'll bring about the era of Kaiju, which I have no idea what the fuck that means, but it is ominous as hell. So yeah, that's all that happened in the chapter, and like I said, there's probably going to be 1 or 2 more epilogue chapters after this, and honestly, I'm really looking forward to those chapters, because I really want to see exactly what the effect of Director Shinomiya's death has on the other characters. Like for starters, Narumi. Narumi is obviously going to be hit very hard by this, since like I said, we know now that he kind of saw the director as a mentor, so going forward, I see him putting 100% of his focus on hunting down and killing number 9. Also, in the flashback from the last chapter, we saw that the director wanted to build the strongest division under Narumi, so I'm guessing that going forward, one of his other goals is going to be try to fulfill that dream and basically recruit as many of the strongest members of the division or the defense force as he can under the 1st division. And then there's Kikurou, who obviously is going to be hit the hardest by this. I mean, yeah, her and her dad didn't have the best relationship after her mother died, but he was still her dad. So she's obviously going to be very upset by the fact that he died. And literally just as we were starting to see the seeds of the director being more caring and more fatherly to her, he dies. And not only does he end up dying, but he dies fighting an opponent that she failed to kill multiple times. That's going to be hard for her to get over, and she'll definitely need to lean on her friends for emotional support, especially Kafka. But who knows if he'll even be able to help her out, because now that the director's dead, we don't know what's going to happen to him next, because the director was the main reason why Kafka was allowed to rejoin the defense force. So with him dead, who knows if the higher-ups won't just go with their first option of turning him into a kaiju weapon. I mean, he's obviously not going to be turned into a kaiju weapon, he's the main character, so of course they're not going to kill him. But still, with his main supporter and the upper brass gone, it might be a while before Kafka gets to do anything. which actually has me kind of excited because it means we're probably going to spend the next arc or two focusing solely on the other recruits from the 3rd Division, which I am actually looking forward to because I actually do like those characters, and I would really like to see them get some on-screen development, so I'm hoping that the next arc or two, or at the very least the beginning of Season 3, will focus mostly on them. Which, by the way, the reason why I kind of break it down into seasons is because I feel like Matsumoto had written the story so they could be easily translated into seasons of an anime, which I think, obviously Season 1 will be the beginning of the series, the very first chapter, all the way up to the chapter where Kafka's identity as Kaiju number 8 got revealed, and then obviously Season 2 will start off with the chapter right after that, and then end with this fight with Kaiju number 9, obviously going to the next chapter or two that are epilogues, and then begin Season 3 with the chapter after that. But anyway guys, that's it for the review of Kaiju number 8 chapter 53. Let me know down below what you guys thought about the chapter, and that's pretty much it. I'm hopefully going to continue to review Kaiju number 8 going forward, and hopefully get it on the Thursdays when it comes out. Thursdays usually kind of a bad day for me to review or do a video, so I can't promise that. But at the very least, I'm going to try my best to continue to read or review the chapters, each chapter going forward from here. But that's pretty much it for the video guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.